Hello again, crochet friends. Welcome back to Crazy Cool Crochet. And in this project, we are going to do something super special. I'm calling this an heirloom quality crochet leaf throw. It's 3D crochet. As you can see, the leaves here stand out, giving you a 3D effect. It's absolutely gorgeous. I've got the pretty border to finish it off. For the materials, you can use pretty much any number 4. This was a number 4 yarn. And you will get this gorgeous, gorgeous effect. And I used an F as in Frank hook, a 3.75 millimeter. And of course, scissors. Now this is a generous 60 inches long throw or blanket, small blanket. And as you watch the video, you'll get more information on the measurements. You will find the printable pattern over at my Etsy shop, which is crazycoolcrochetus.etsy.com. We are going to start with a chain of 124, 124, and we will work a row of double crochets. And we're starting into the 4th chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. And enter a double crochet into each chain. You will have ended that first row with 121 double crochets. Chain 2 and turn. Now double crochet into the first 9 stitches. Do not work into that very first space under the chain. Go under the 2 strands that formed a little chain at the top for a double crochet, so you are not working into the space. Then we are going to back post double crochet around the next double crochet post below. So go around the back of the work, bring the hook around the front of the post, back to the back, grab your yarn, and continue the double crochet. Now chain 1. Now you're going to do that again around the same post. So that might be a little bit awkward. There you go. That's what it looks like in the front. We are working the back right now. So now double crochet into the next 8 stitches. So now we are going to repeat that back post double crochet into the next post. Chain 1 and do that again around the same post. And then work the 8 double crochets. Now repeat that one more time. So do your post, your back post, and then your 8 double crochets. Now do one more of the back post double crochets. Chain 1, don't forget that chain 1. And then back post again around the same post. So you will have 4 of those. Now double crochet into the next 10 stitches. Now back post double crochet into each of the next 2 posts. Now around the next one. And then double crochet into the next 10 stitches again. Now we are going to work another one of those back post, double crochet, chain one, back post, double crochet along the same, around the same post. And now work 10 double crochets along the next 10 stitches. Now work a back post double crochet into each of the next 2 posts. And then double crochet into each of the next 10 stitches. Now work a back post double crochet, chain one, back post double crochet in the same stitch, in the same post, double crochet in the next 8 stitches. Now repeat that twice more. So do your double post 8 stitches, double post 8 stitches. You should have completed 3 of those. 1, 2, 3 of the double posts, as I'm calling it. Now do one more. Chain one, and back post double crochet into the same post. Let me do that again. And now double crochet into the remaining stitches. So you will be working 10 double crochets. Now enter the last double crochet into the top of that turning chain. So this will be number 10. Chain 2 and turn. Now let me show you as best I can how we are looking at this point. So this is row 2 completed. And this is the right side. Remember we were working row 2 on the wrong side, but I want to show you what we look like. So here we've got the 4 of the bottom of the leaves. Each one of these will be a leaf. And then we've got the 2 back posts. Well, we're looking at front posts now. And then another leaf. Then the front posts. And then the 4 leaves on the other side. Now row 3 is worked on the right side. We're going to double crochet into the first 9 stitches, and we will do that. Double crochet in the first 9 stitches for every row. Okay, now we've come up to that first leaf. Now we're going to front post double crochet around that first post. Okay, so yarn over, bring the hook behind that first post. Yarn over, pull up the yarn, work a double crochet. Now into that chain 1 space, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the same space. Now there's that second part of that leaf from the previous row. We'll do a front post double crochet around that second post. Now, double crochet into each of the next 8 stitches, and then work that same front post, double crochet. Let me work that with you one more time. Okay, front post around that first post, double crochet into that chain 1 space, chain 1, double crochet into the same space, and then another front post double crochet around the second part of that post, then do your 8 double crochets, work that front post again, 8 double crochets, front post again. Right now you would have completed 4 of those leaves. And then we've got the 10 double crochets. So work 10 double crochets into those. And then you've got the 2 front post double crochets. So work a front post double crochet around each one. And then 10 double crochets over these double crochets. And then go back to working your leaf. And then your 10 double crochets, and then the 2 front post, and then 10 double crochets again. Then the leaf, 8 double crochets, the leaf, 8 double crochets, the leaf, 8 double crochets, and then finish off the row with 10 double crochets, entering the last one into the turning chain. At the end of row 3, you will have chained 2 and turned. And now on row 4, we're working on the wrong side. You double crochet into the first 9 stitches. That will be the same every row. Now we're going to work a back post double crochet around the first post below. Back post double crochet around the next post. Now double crochet into that chain 1 space, chain 1, double crochet in the same space, and then back post around each of the next 2 posts. So this is what we've done. 2 of the back posts, which when we're looking at it from the front looks like front post, and then the 2 double crochets with the chain 1 in between, and then 2 more of the front posts. Or as we're working it, it's actually a back post. Oh my goodness. Okay, now double crochet into the next 8 double crochets, and then repeat what we just did. So you will back post around the first post, back post around the second post, double crochet, chain 1 into the chain 1 space, double crochet again into the same chain 1 space, and then back post around the next post, back post around the next post. So we're just repeating what we just did. And you will continue repeating that over each of the leaves. Right now we've worked our 4 first leaves. Let's look at it from the front. Okay, now we're going to just continue working, following the stitches. Okay, so you've got the 10 double crochets and then the 2 what look like front posts on the front, but we're working back posts on the back. Let me clarify that, okay? So every time we're working in the back, we're working with back post double crochets. When we're working in the front, we're working front post double crochets. That's easy enough, right? Okay, so now from the back, do your 10 double crochets, do your 2 posts, 10 double crochets, do a leaf, just like we did before. 10 double crochets, 2 back posts, 10 double crochets, and then finish off with your 4 leaves. Now row 5 is nice and easy. We're back to the front. So after row 4, chain 2, turn, then row 5, do your first 9 double crochets. Now we are going to work front post double crochets around the first 3 posts of the leaf. There's 1, 2, and 3. Now double crochet, chain 1, double crochet into the chain 1 space. Chain 1, double crochet in the same space. And now 3 front post double crochets. One, 2, and 3. And then do your 8 double crochets and then repeat what we just did. 3 front post double crochets, double crochet, chain 1 double crochet, 3 front post double crochets. And then continue that for the 4 leaves. So now you've worked those first 4 leaves. And now you're going to continue in the pattern. So do your 10 double crochets, the 2 front posts, 10 double crochets, a leaf, 10 double crochets, 2 front posts, 10 double crochets, and then the last 4 leaves. And then finish off the row with your double crochets. Now for row 6, we are on the wrong side of the work again. We did our first 9 double crochets. Now we're going to do back post double crochet around the first 4 posts of the leaf. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now work your double crochet, chain 1, double crochet into that chain 1 space. And then do your 4 back post double crochets. Now continue in the pattern. 8 double crochets, work your leaf, 8 double crochets, work your leaf, again, work your leaf, and now the 10 double crochets, the 2 back posts, 10 double crochets, the leaf, 10 double crochets, 2 back posts, and continue. Now we are on row 7. We did our first 9 stitches. Now we're going to do kind of a quirky stitch, but it's not difficult. Okay, so we are going to do front post double crochet 2 together. So we're making a decrease. Okay, so we're going to start with the first front post, 3 loops on the hook, pull through the first 2, and now front post double crochet over the next post, 4 loops on the hook, pull through the first 2, pull through the last 3. So now we've done a decrease over those 2 front posts. Now, front post, double crochet around the next 6 posts. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So now we've got 2 front posts remaining, so we're going to do another front post double crochet 2 together for a decrease. So start the front post, pull through the first 2 loops, then start the next front post, pull through the first 2 loops, pull through the last 3 loops. And then continue in the pattern. Do your 8, do what we just did over the leaf, and continue. Now we are on row 8, working on the wrong side. We did our first 9 stitches. Now we're going to do decreases again. This time we're doing back post. Okay, so now when we work around the first post, remember that that was already 2 together. So it's going to be a bigger post that we're working around. Okay, so yarn over, back post around that first one. Pull through the first 2 loops. Now back post around the next post. Pull through the first 2 loops, pull through the last 3 loops. You did another decrease. Now back post around the next 4 posts, and then do another decrease around the last 2 posts. Now continue in the pattern. Do your 8 double crochets, do your leaf, and continue. Now we're on row 9. Did your first 9 double crochets. Now we are going to do front post double crochet decrease around the first 2 posts of the leaf. So go around that first post, which is actually a decrease there, so there's 2 and 1. So go around that post, pull through 2 loops. Now go around the next post, pull through 2 loops, pull through 3 loops. So now you've done another decrease. Now front post double crochet around the next 2 posts. And then do another decrease around these 2. And then continue in the pattern. Now we're on row 10. On the wrong side again, we did our first 9 stitches. Now we are going to do 2 decreases. Okay, so back post around the first post, pull through 2, back post around the next post, pull through 2, pull through 3. Now we're going to decrease around the next 2. And then continue in the pattern. Do your 8 double crochets and then do your decreases on the leaf. Now we're on row 11. Do your first 9 double crochets. Now we're going to decrease around these 2 posts. Front post, pull through the first 2. Now front post around the next. Pull through the first 2, pull through the last 3. It's really shaping up now. And then follow the pattern. We are on row number 12, working on the wrong side, and this is the row that will complete the leaf pattern. Okay, so you did your first 9 double crochets. Now we are going to back post around that last leaf post. Regular back post. And then continue in the pattern with the double crochets and then the rest of the pattern. There she is. Isn't that gorgeous? What about that 3D effect? Cool, huh? Okay, here we are. So we've got the 4 leaves, and then the one in the middle with the 2 posts, and then the 4 leaves. So now on row 13, you're going to work a double crochet into each stitch. Just a regular double crochet until you get to the posts. So then go ahead and do your 2 front posts, and then double crochet, 2 front posts, and then double crochet in each stitch all the way to the end. And then you will repeat the process. Okay, so for the next row, you will chain 2 and turn, do your first 9, and then repeat row 2. So go back to row 2 at the very beginning, and you will be entering a back post, double crochet, a chain, and the back post double crochet into the same stitch. Remember that? So just go ahead and follow the pattern from the beginning. All right, so after you do your 2 rows, your first 2 rows, and then row 13 was your double crochet row, then you repeat these 2 rows for 4 sets of the 2 rows. And that will give you the length of a throw. I'm trying to give you a view of the entire length all in one shot, not quite making it. Let me see here. So there's 1 set of the 2, there's the second set, the third, and the fourth. And this measures 60 inches long, which is the typical size of a throw. Now width-wise, it turned out a bit narrower than I was expecting. This is 40 inches in width. Now it depends entirely on the yarn that you use, I have come to find out. When I made my first version, I used a number 4, just like this one is a number 4 yarn, but it was softer and a little bit thinner. You know how that goes. Even if it's a number 4, it can be thinner, it can be thicker. It just runs the gamut. So I ended up with my first version, it was 45 inches long. And this one is 40 inches long. So it depends on the yarn entirely. To continue with the instructions, so between the 2 leaves, the 2 rows of the leaves, you do the 1 row, row 13, of the double crochet. Now between the sets of the 2, so here's a set of 2, here's another set of 2, you do 3 rows of the double crochet. So you repeat row 13 3 times rather than 1. And that will bring you back to the front, or rather to the back, so you can continue with the leaf pattern. Now your last row will be the 1 row of the double crochets, just 1 row. And then we will do a border. You will be on the right side when you're done when you finish with your double crochet row, you'll be on the right side. Do not cut off the yarn. You will be over here, and we are going to work a border. So you can see right here. I've started it so that you can see what we're working toward. And this is called a reverse single crochet or a crab stitch. If you've never done it, it might take a little bit of practice, but once you get it, you'll wonder why you hadn't tried it before, because it's really quite simple. And all it is a single crochet going backwards. Okay, so normally we work this way, and now we're going to work that way. Okay, so when you get to the end of your row of double crochets, chain one, and you'll be able to work from there. It will look like that, chain one on the hook. Okay, so now all you're going to do is go into the next stitch. You're working from behind to grab the yarn and pull it up. So now you've got 2 loops on the hook as if for a single crochet. Pull through both. Okay, so you just did a backward single crochet. Okay, so now into the next stitch. Grab your yarn, pull it through that same stitch, 2 loops on the hook, pull the yarn through both loops. And do that again through the next stitch. Grab the yarn, pull it up, pull through both loops. Continue. That's all there is to it. And look at that gorgeous border. Now I very deliberately chose this particular border because I didn't want anything frilly or any kind of scallops. To me, that would detract from the leaves. Okay, this is quite obviously the star of the show. I don't want anything up here and down here to distract from this. So this will give you a really nice finish without distracting and taking away from the body. Okay, so just continue this all the way down. And yeah, it'll be a little bit time consuming. And if it feels like these are buckling up, then just skip a space every now and again. As you work your way along the longer edge, you'll find that, of course, the stitches will look different. So just do your best to go into the stitches as evenly spaced as possible. When you get back to where you started, when you complete your reverse single crochets, just work into the first stitch, the first single crochet, and do a slip stitch, chain one, and tie it off. And then work your tail into the back. Weave it in to hide. And there she is. Isn't that beautiful? I love this. I hope you do too. And let me know if you agree. I think this is absolutely an heirloom quality crochet throw. The 3D leaf motif is just amazing. So thank you so much for watching. And if you do make this, please let me know how it turned out. Let me know what colors you used. I love to hear from you guys. So make sure that you leave a comment down below. Give me a thumbs up too if you really like this. And please come back for the next project. Or in the meantime, head over to my homepage. Click where it says Crazy Cool Crochet below the video in the white space. That will take you to my homepage. See you on the next one.